Hi everyone and welcome to another painting tutorial. So today I'm going to take you through how I paint camo armor for the Raptors Space Marine chapter. So over a Chaos Black undercoat, I'm just going to do a few base coats of watered down Death World Forest. And after giving those coats a bit of time to dry, I'm now going to use CORVUS Black and LAHMIAN Medium. Now looking at doing 2 drops of this to 8 drops of LAHMIAN Medium. And you can add a little bit of water as well, and just looking at applying this over the entirety of the power armor. Now, due to it being a sort of camo effect, I did want all of this to look a little bit ashy, sort of suitable, well, suiting I should say, to the surroundings. And after having given that a little bit of time to dry, I'm now going to move on to ELYSIAN green. And I'm going to start painting the camo patterns. Now I'm using my Raphael 8404 size 3.0 brush for this. As you can see, it's a relatively small brush and holds a really fine point, which is exactly what you'll need to paint these sort of details. Or even up to a size 0 and a size 1 brush will work well. Now for the second round of patterns, I'm just going to use CORVUS Black. And just keeping these designs a little bit separated from one another. Now for all of these different types of camo patterns, you can find a bunch of cool references online. Even if you just type in something like Space Marine camo cloaks or camo armor, you'll be able to find a nice reference to have in front of you whilst practicing details like this. Or of course this tutorial as well. And I should just mention, sorry if I sound a little bit nasally, I'm just a bit under the weather at the moment. And I wanted to include as much of these patterns without letting it drag on too long, just so you can get a good idea as to how I apply them in different shapes and sizes over the power armor. So I'm really happy with how it's looking, and then just as a final touch I'm going to use some OGRYN camo and just looking at edge highlighting. Now you want to be really careful with this stage, so just make sure you take your time. And just try and get as clean of a highlight as possible over all of the power armor. I find that Space Marines as well are a really good way to practice getting really clean, straight highlights, as more so than anything else that I've painted. I find that a lot of Warhammer miniatures are quite forgiving with when it comes to clean edge highlighting. However, Space Marines are just one of those things where you know, a lot of the finishes around the models for Space Marines are really sharp, which is a big part of why, of course, it stands to reason that sharp highlights look so nice on Space Marines in particular. So yeah, definitely a good army to get some practice in for highlighting in this particular way. I will admit though, for me personally, painting a Space Marine army, you know, even 1,000 points up to 2,000 points in one scheme, whether it was Ultramarines, Blood Angels, or any chapter really, I think I'd really struggle to keep up with that. Only because for me, I'd feel a bit limited in how creative I could be. For example, if you're painting a 10-man unit of intercessors or 30 of them, how much you can, well, how many of the details you can actually change between them without them sort of looking unified any longer would be quite difficult, I reckon. So doesn't go without saying though, I do enjoy painting Space Marines, but I certainly have a lot more fun just painting a variety of different chapters and making tutorials out of them. I certainly do get requests for Space Marines probably more than anything. Oh, besides my Elder as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments of anything in particular that you might like to see me do in the near future, because I'm certainly always open to, you know, my subscribers giving me a little bit of feedback on things that they like to see me paint. And when I have the time, of course, if there's a specific chapter that you want me to do, I'll definitely endeavour to add that to my to-do list. And here are some photos of the completed Raptor Space Marine. So I hope you found this tutorial useful today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.